What's going on, guys? It's LadyB. We've got more update news, a new super troop coming, not just the Super Valk, but one more to come. Stay tuned. We're going to talk more about it. Now, what big update would be complete without another special troop coming? So what we have coming along is another super troop, and this time around we have the Super Minion. So the Super Minion is the long-ranged version of the regular Minion, and with this guy, his special ability is long shot. So for the Super Minion, we're going to see with 5 shots, he's got long range, which is going to be really ideal for trying to pick off some long-range defenses, particularly if you clear out some of the garbage structures around. But it can also help with some of the cleanup because they are quick shots, they're long range, and you can keep them out of harm's way for a bit. So these are going to be very strategic. But one thing I will tell you is that they work amazingly in pairs. You're going to see how quickly and swiftly and effectively they work. But you're going to want to use these guys definitely to target some key things as well. I think we're going to see a lot of variation coming along with this particular super troop. So let's take a look at the stats as we move along. The damage per second is 375, and again with this, when you see them working in pairs, you're going to see how quickly and efficiently they work together. So really exciting stuff. Their hit points 1500, so they can take a little bit of a beating, but you're also going to want to make sure that you tank for them because of the housing space. This is 12 housing space, so it's quite an investment compared to what we see with our normal minions, but they're definitely worth the bang for their buck. So let's take a look at a quick replay, and we'll talk a little bit more about speculation and how we think we can really see these lending to some of our current strategies. So with this particular type of strategy, you can see here we have, it's essentially a LaLo, but with its, I guess we would call this a Super LaLo with the Super Minions involved. And the way I went about this is doing a Zapquake combination, sending in the blimp to help take on the town hall, and then sending everything moving through with a Sui entry. So I'm not a great LaLoer. You're going to have to bear this in mind with my potato LaLo that moves along. But I do think that there's going to be a lot of great attacks coming out of this with use, especially the TDH, which if you take a look at my YouTube videos, you're going to see some great stuff, and you have to go take a look at TDH's YouTube channel as well, because he's doing incredible stuff, and he's working now over in Tribe Gaming. I'll put a link to his YouTube channel in the description below, because I'm really excited to see what he's particularly going to do with his LaLo style attacks, where he only uses like the spells for the queen charges. But for this, you can see the nice long range that these minions get out of it. And while I do use them not necessarily for the defenses on the outsides, because a lot of these are blocked off, you can see the value in it, and particularly take a focus on the minion that I place for the cannon down at the 6 o'clock side of the base here, because I want to ensure that I'm getting a nice funnel and getting as much value as possible for my Sui opener. But this is where you can really see the value of the range here. So nice long launch in that keeps them out of harm's way of the archer tower. But if you wind up missing some defenses, like if I missed out on the multi-targeting Inferno, if everything was cleared out in front of it, I could get a nice shot and get that done without having to worry about losing that one minion. So it is great investment here, but it does lend for a nice opening pathing for the Sui portion here, with the king and the royal champion working together to try and get a little bit deeper of a push in the base here. And as you can see, I do miss out on that multi-targeting Inferno. So that's where I bring in another minion for this. Now the blimp sails across a little. I am going to say I was maybe running a little loose with this without having a loon leading the way in the pathing, a little risky, but it does get the job done. And then here you get to see my potato LaLo, but the support of some of the minions working around with this, actually working behind, because we have the queen still in the core here to worry about, and we even have the royal champion who did not go down in this opener. Now, if I had gotten the value, the full value that I intended, again, this could be really, really wrecked, but having these super minions working along does work very nicely because they are super powerful, especially as you work them in pairs together or in groups together. But this one particularly relied on having the queen working along the outskirts, a big push of the loons taking the lead. But that support of the minions behind is going to be really critical, and especially with a lot of these bases that we have with the heroes in the core, where you might want to take them out. We're bringing a lot of headhunters right now, which is great value because of the housing space compared to the minions, but you get the additional supportive action of the minions moving along without having to worry about those ground items that specifically target the headhunters that you have to worry as much about, because you have the air component all working through, taking the lead, the loons, the hounds, taking the lead for these minions as they help sweep through along the back end here. So I am really excited to see the strategies that we have come out of this, how this is going to aid with some of the LaLo attacks that we have going on. I think we're going to see some of the top players doing incredible stuff with it. And I do think that we're going to see some spectacular stuff where maybe you don't even need the loons. You just need the hounds dragging across, picking up the traps along the way, and seeing some really cool just minion components, maybe some mass minion type style raids. But let me know what you guys think in the chat, and keep that speculation going of what you think we could potentially see moving along with this and how you think you would use these best. So that's our final pair coming along for the update. We have the Super Valk. If you missed that video, make sure to take a look at my YouTube channel. You can see the spectacular work that I think is going to happen with it with the Falcon. And now we also have the Super Minion to come with the update as well. And again, I think this is going to be a huge game changer for the LaLos. Maybe it's going to be too overpowered because, I mean, you think about Yo-Yo from Alternate Attacks. You've seen Boom's LaLo attack strategies. These guys are absolute beasts when it comes to bringing the air attacks. So what are they going to do with these crazy super minions to bring along with them? And again, TDH, I think, is going to have a field day with these. I can't wait to see what's to come. And I am going to post his YouTube link in the channel because I want you guys to keep your eyes tuned in on him when we have this update finally go live, so you can see what he's going to bring to the game. Again, he's working for Tribe Gaming, doing incredible stuff, and he's someone that has even inspired Eve Maxi. So if you check out the behind the scenes talk that I had with Maxi in Beyond the Town Hall in our interview there, he talked about TDH being one of his inspirations to going into LaLo and really taught him how to do proper LaLo attacks. But it is a massive queen charge strategy, and with this I think it's going to be pretty incredible because of what we'll see with the value of his queen charges and the supports of these super minions. So that's it for today. Stay tuned for the update to come. I don't know when it's going to drop. You'll have to stay tuned, but I can't wait to see what's to come with it. And until next time, this is LadyB. I'll catch you guys later.